Okay, so today I'm going to be installing a CentOS7 on VirtualBox. If you want to see how I actually got to this initial configuration, just go to the end of the video. I'll show you how to install VirtualBox and get the instance set up. So we'll just power up this virtual machine right here. So I'm going to go ahead and install CentOS. Now CentOS will check the disk automatically for any defects, so it might take a while. We'll just skip that part. Okay, so it's just about finished verifying the disk is not defective there. It should continue soon. Alright, just maximize this, hopefully without killing the VM. Just another thing I'll show you while we're waiting for this. To actually interact with the VM, once we do get the graphical user interface up, you have to click on it, and it will ask you to capture the keyboard and mouse. So we'll do that. So that just means the keyboard and mouse is now in the VM rather than on the host Ubuntu machine. Alright, so little problem here is the just the amount of screen I've got available to me. So we're going to go ahead with English United States, because we're actually they've got Australia here. How about we do that? Just suits me a bit better. Alright, so we've got local media. I'm going to go ahead with a install of a GNOME desktop. It's my preferred desktop environment. If you've been using Ubuntu for a while, you probably know you can use GNOME, and it was actually one of the default along with KDE. It's one of the two options back a few years ago now. So we're just going to go with common GNOME applications. We want some internet stuff there too. Office, it's always good. Compatibility I don't really need, but it might be an idea if you're migrating from CentOS 6 to use that. We're gonna go if I can scroll. This is quite annoying actually. Get up to done. I'm going to stop that from appearing. So it's just going to check what else it needs to install. Now that we've changed those options, this should all come from the disk, so you won't actually need a network connection. Partitioning. I found that automatic partitioning on CentOS 6 didn't actually work too well, but it actually does work pretty well on CentOS 7. The installation has really improved, I believe. Alright, so we'll just go ahead with automatic, and it's just right control on my VM to uncapture there, just so I can be able to move the screen. I might have to change some of those options with the resolution there. So as always with CentOS, you have to set a root password, unlike Ubuntu where the root is disabled by default. So I'm just gonna set something simple there. You probably want to get a strong password if you're actually connecting this up to the net, or even for a local installation, but net particularly. Just because usually by default root is accessible over SSH. So that's another consideration you might want to take, is there are ways to disable that SSH access for root, at least, is a good idea normally. I'm just going to go ahead and create a user here and make them admin, just so we can do some sudo sort of stuff. Normally you don't have to change this advanced stuff. Sometimes though it's a good idea if you are setting up maybe certain admin or user groups, then to create them here. It's just a little bit quicker, save some config later on. And I'm just going to hit done with that one. Now this install does take a little while. As with any operating system install. So I'm just going to go ahead and reboot this machine, seeing as the install has completed now. Now if you don't remove the CD or unmount the ISO, you may have some problems, as I did. I forgot to remove the DVD, so I had to force a power off of the VirtualBox here. Alright, so we'll see the bootloader come up here now. Just make that full screen. Now we'll have to accept the license here to continue, so just go ahead and click I accept, and we'll finish that. Now we'll be asked to set the kdump. Just leave it as automatic. It's the easiest thing to do. Alright, so login screen now. We'll just go ahead and log in. Alright, so this is CentOS7. Now, just be asked to confirm some of the languages there, so just go ahead and start using CentOS Linux. Alright, so you'll get a GNOME help pop up. If you want to learn a bit more about GNOME, might be an idea to have a look at this sort of stuff, but yeah, just going to close that now, and I'll just show you some of the menus. So they've consolidated some of these menus in CentOS 7, which I really like. It's much better than what CentOS 6 had with the system tools and stuff, just sort of spread out there a bit, made it a little bit, hard to get to or find the right ones sometimes. This is much nicer. So of course this is the GNOME 3 desktop environment. What I really like is that they've actually put the power off and log out together now. It's quicker to get to. Just once you lock that screen, you'll notice it's might have some difficulty getting this at first, but you actually have to swipe up, a bit like a touch screen interface there. So something you might notice with the not only wireless but any network connection is disabled by default. So you just want to turn that on and go into these settings here, because what you'll notice is if you reboot your machine, the connection won't be there again. Well, the settings will be, but it won't be enabled. What you need to do is actually check this box, connect automatically. It's probably what an everyday user wants to have, is their connection, especially on Ethernet. Ethernet's normally something you just have on all the time, and if you don't want it, you just pull the cable out. So I'm going to apply that. Yeah, this GNOME 3 desktop is quite nice. You can have multiple desktops if you want there. You see 1/4 down the bottom. If you click on that one, you can bring up a second desktop, or 2 or 3. Alright, so if you want to learn how to install VirtualBox on Ubuntu, just look for one of my other videos. I decided to branch it out from this. And if you're looking to for a comparison of Ubuntu and CentOS, I'll be discussing that in another video. So keep an eye out for that one.